Hello and welcome to the Inside Stylists podcast. I'm Emma Morton-Turner and you're listening to episode 8, How to Shop by Style and Create Easy Mood Boards with Furnishful. So this episode was the very first one I recorded back early in January, and I did it at home and I got everything set up and made it all cozy and soundproofed and got everything ready, and it was a massive learning curve. And the reason for that is that my little doggy, Alan Taylor, normally just sleeps by my feet, or if I go into the kitchen, he sleeps in his bed in there, but wherever I am, he follows me and then just lies down and goes to sleep. While we were recording this, he decided to do anything but sleep. He was on the sofa, he was on the armchair, growling at any piece of wind or bird or cat that went by, and basically growled all the way through. And if I put him out, he was going to scratch at the door. So there might be a little bit of growling going on. I think I probably edited about 15 minutes of this episode out, where it's just me shouting at him. You don't need to hear that. So yes, just ignore any growls you hear throughout this episode. Please enjoy it. With backgrounds in software and web developing and retail marketing, today's guests are the perfect pair to head up a new and exciting interiors-based website. Going for just over a year, Furnishful is the place to go when you're looking to find the perfect furniture, accessories, and pretty much anything for your home, but you don't want to trawl the whole internet. It's all there in one place at furnishful.co.uk. Today we're going to see how it all started and how it can help the interiors industry. My guests today are co-founder and head of marketing and co-founder and head of technology and development for Furnishful, Jason Lipton and Efua. Akumanyi. I knew I was going to mess it up.
Akumanyi.
Akumanyi.
Yes,
Thank you very much. I'm going to call you F.
Hey.
So, welcome to my little home. Thank you
you
very much for coming. I should just say to anyone listening in, if you hear a little jingle and a little woofing, the dog, Alan Taylor, is running around and being a bit of a nuisance, so we just have to ignore him today, I'm afraid. So I hope he's going to behave. So, you guys are a couple. You've been together...
Indeed.
15 years, was it you were just saying?
15.
Yeah, we've given up counting, haven't we? Now?
we have, yeah.
And you started Furnishful a year ago?
Yes, just over a year we launched. It's been, running ever since.
Yeah, November 2016, I think.
So,
Thereabouts, yeah. So
Do you wanna-
just over a year.
Do you want to explain kind of what it is to anyone who's coming to it for the first time?
Sure.
Like what they will find if they go to furnishful.co.uk?
Yeah, sure. So the site, at the moment, we have about 40 retailers and there's about 20,000 items that you can browse. So, yeah, it's a collection of furniture and home decor items, and you can filter them by colour, by various other criteria, by price, obviously, material. If you're looking for a mirror, you can filter it by shape. And it's just, we're trying to make it easier for people to find the perfect piece of furniture for their home. And we also have some inspiration boards, which we can talk about as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. We were just talking before we started recording about how when you look for a mirror, and you might want a round one, that it will, you put it into Google and it comes up with tons and tons of ideas, but most of them, for the first page at least, are adverts and stuff. So you've kind of edited that choice down so people can find something really beautiful but specific. You can find however many round mirrors are on the site in one go. It's very clever how you've done that. Did it take a long time to kind of come up with the idea of Furnishful? How did you come about the idea?
Yeah, I mean, I do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, again, it was more to do, like, we've all had friends who, when you're looking, ourselves as well, when you're looking for furniture and it seems to be kind of a struggle to find what you're looking for. I had friends saying, I'm looking for a bedroom set and I've been to 4 shops, or I've looked at all these windows or browsers on my computer to look at all these different shops, and I still can't find what I'm looking for. So for us, it was kind of an answer to that kind of need, trying to make it easier for people to just come to one place and easily filter through thousands of products and really find what you're looking for, and also get inspired if you want to find more than one product or from several different retailers, you can just do that in one place.
Yeah, it's very clever. The website, when you go to the website, it's very clear. You can see all the headers are very clear what you're looking for. It's easy to have a drop down menu, and then there's like more to look for, and it's quite easy to find those specific things. And then we've got vision boards, which we'll talk about again in a second. So it's been going for a year. How has it taken a long time to get it all up and running and getting all the brands on board?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's this year's really been about, like you say, getting the brands on board. We're really pleased that we've got a lot of kind of, high street and well-known brands.
You've got some great brands. You want to list some of the people on board?
Yeah, so we've got John Lewis, we've got Made.com, we've got Laura Ashley, we've got people like Amara, Kukulan, Maison du Monde, and then we've also got access to kind of smaller independents through people like Etsy and Not on the High Street, which is really good because we want a kind of balance, as it were. We want to make sure that we've got access to kind of a broader range, because some of the feedback we get is that people don't always want to buy items from one retailer, or they want to kind of look for something a bit different, or they want to kind of mix and match. Like people maybe in fashion as well, they might buy a number of pieces from one retailer, but then they want to get something that's like totally unique from another retailer. So, so this past year has been about building those relationships and then getting product onto the site. We spend quite a lot of time attributing. We call it attributing the product as well.
What does that mean? That's
That
a
means-
brilliant
yeah,
word.
I know, that's
It's
exactly
attributing.
right,
Creatives listening, help me out.
Yeah. So I mean,
what's attributing?
okay. So by which I mean literally, like every product, we will give it,
It's like
materials
categorising,
relevant.
essentially.
Right.
Yeah, and just making sure that you can tick a filter and it will bring back all the relevant products.
Right.
So that takes quite a bit of time.
So things like if you want to look for gold accessories for a room, you could put in gold, and the attributing will pull up everything that would fit into a gold category. That sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then we gave the example of mirrors earlier. If you were looking for a round gold mirror, and your budget was £200 to £300, you could find that. So for us, that's about making sure that every product is kind of given those kind of attributes, and that helps the user to find what they want, which is ultimately what it's all about.
And across,
making it easier.
all stores, which because individual stores have different levels of attributing. They might not go into the kind of detail we do, and that's one of the things that we really wanted you to be able to really refine your list. Obviously, there's a style aspect to attributing as well, which is something we want to introduce in the future. So, for example, if you love the nautical look, or I don't know, this is where I completely potential looks. But
if you want to go boho or hotel chic,
exactly,
you can just put that in.
Exactly.
It will come up.
Or Scandinavian.
Yeah, I think that was something that I found when I was looking at the website for the first time. It was very interesting how I was looking for. I'm about to do my bathroom, or at least I'm planning to do my bathroom. It's taken 10 years of planning, but we'll get there one day. And I just thought, right, let's see what elements will fit in there. And then you've got the categories of price. You can put in a price limit. You can put in what colour you're looking for. And then you can search specific shops as well. So you don't have to look at everybody. You can kind of go, oh, well, what is this? Does Amara have what I'm looking for? And you can look just there, and I want gold, and I want it to go under £200, and you can just limit it that.
Right.
But that was very clear. It was very good how you could just put in your search terms, and then it will just come up with all those answers like straight away. That was it's really very, very easy to use. Which, let's face it, we all want easy to use websites.
Yeah, and I think that's it. We're sort of working as well to make sure that when people search for something, we keep tabs on that. And so, like, if people are searching for something that maybe we don't have, that's a kind of gap that we can fill. So that's always an important thing for us, is to because as you said, there are trends and there are things that there are timeless things, aren't there? But then there's other things which become like trends, and we want to kind of fill those gaps if there are gaps on the site.
Yeah, like there's cushions. Everyone loves a cushion, but it's the easiest thing to change, to completely change your room. So right now it's early January when we're recording this. I'm not sure what date this podcast is going to go out, but a lot of people have Christmas cushions, or they'll have Easter cushions, or they'll have summer and winter. So it's like a really easy thing to just kind of change to give the room a different feel.
Yeah,
so
and a seasonal thing,
So you mentioned you've got quite a lot of brands on there. Are you do you have new brands coming on board regularly, or are you looking for new people? How are you at the moment? Did you say you had 40 brands?
Yeah, so there's 40 at the moment, and I mean sometimes we approach brands kind of that we're interested in working with. Sometimes brands will approach us. We're interested in working. I mean, at the moment, we work on the basis of that the brands have to have an affiliate scheme. In the future, maybe we'll be able to work with more independents that don't necessarily. We need to kind of figure that out technically. But yeah, any brands have good products that also that it's quite important to us that they kind of care about their customers, if you like. We can say that, that they're credible, because not that we can police that absolutely, but just that they have, hopefully good customer service and that kind of stuff.
We have a certain level of policing that we try, or at least research that we try and do to ensure that maybe the kind of brands that we have on our site, or the retailers we have on our site, they do offer a good service, and they have a good range of products. So that's at least the minimum that we do.
Yeah, because you don't want to be pushing your do you call them readers or your viewers, your customers? You want to be. You have faith in the people who you're pushing them on to.
Yeah, we want the whole experience. Again, not that we can, like in respect that they come to us, they find an item that they like. We want that to be a great experience, and we want them to then go on, and if they buy that item, for that to be a great experience as well. Like I say, we can't ultimately control that, but we do our best to get brands that seem to have a good reputation, and that's absolutely. Yeah.
And we mentioned earlier the inspiration boards. Now I had a good play with those.
Yes.
So the inspiration boards is an element that I've not seen on other websites before, but it's a really clever way of collating like your edited choice of products that you want to put together. And from our point, if I can ask you to explain what the inspiration boards are for someone who hasn't seen them, and then we can talk about my inspiration boards.
Okay. Well, the inspiration boards it's really just, for us, it was an area where you can build a collection of products that you like, and put them all together in one place, and save them and potentially share them with other people. Or through Pinterest or your other social media channels, and also for us, it helps. It's an area where you can go and have a look at other people's creations and get inspiration as well. Find out what goes with what, and see a style that you like. And it's another way of navigating the product and just getting inspiration. Yeah.
So when I first saw them, I thought, well, there's two kind of ways of looking at these boards from my personal point of view. First of all, I can build a board for, actually there's three ways actually. There's a personal way for me, when I'm building, like I said, I'm doing my daughter's bathroom. So I've done a board with things for that, to kind of lots of items that I really like that I think I can put in there. So there's that aspect. Then there's the doing a mood board, putting ideas together for a feature. If I'm doing a shoot for a magazine, I might want to put together, say the Pantone colour of the year is ultraviolet, so you can put a board together, which I just so happen to have done. I just kind of thought, let's just pull together loads of ideas for kind of purple products that we can put in there, and obviously you probably put these on before the colour of the year came out, but there's tons of stuff in there. There's some amazing bold coloured vases and lamps, and an amazing array of armchairs. I don't mind ultraviolet. I don't know how much of it I would have in my home, but I think I could be swayed to have a sofa after putting them on my board. So it's very, very good for putting edited choices together. And I know you've put a really lot of effort into making these boards really movable and workable, and without meaning to compare it to Pinterest, if you put a board together for a shoot that you're doing for Pinterest, you still have to log into that board and flick through them all, whereas on your inspirational boards you can see them all in one place, and you can move things around, so you can delete things off if you decide that cushion isn't as good as the other cushion, but you can also put things to the top. You can kind of mix and match things, so maybe something's not actually purple, it's violet, so you have to drop that, or if it's a little bit hazy instead of ultra, so you can kind of see it all in one place and put them together, and that's massively useful as a stylist, I think, and putting things together for shoots. And now I can't remember what my third thing was. So, well, actually, it was just inspiration. That it's quite nice to just put things out there and see it all in one place. But also you can see what other people have done. And I mean, I'm a stylist, so I'm not looking for inspiration from outside people. But Joe Bloggs, who's looking for a mirror, might suddenly go, oh, look, I'd never thought of putting grey and yellow together or turquoise and pink or whatever. Yeah. They can see other people's boards that they've put out there and get full inspiration from someone else's ideas. But the other aspect is that you can make those boards private. So if you're doing a shoot for someone and you don't want anyone else to be able to see what you're doing because it's supposed to be a surprise when it gets featured in a magazine, you can kind of keep that behind closed doors, which is really useful. I've shared all mine. If anyone wants to jump on board, you can see it's just Emma MT, I think. But yeah, I put 3. So when I sat down to do the boards, I thought this is a great game. I really just sat down to do it quickly just so I could really get a handle on how it works and thinking about this bathroom. But then I was like, well, actually, I'm just going to pull something together for a blog post I'm writing for Ultraviolet. And then I kept seeing some really amazing other products that didn't fit into either of my boards. So I had to create a just for fun because I like it board. So I've got 3 boards on this. So I'll put the links in the show notes for anyone who wants to go and have a look at those boards. But they're really, really clever. It's a really, really clever idea.
But that's great, yeah. I mean, that's the way that we hope people use it. When our initial conception is for people who are homeowners who are looking to buy or looking to get inspired. And it is, we talk about discovery quite a lot, don't we, as well, like discovering items. We've had quite a few people who've said to us, oh, I'd never heard of that retailer, or, that kind of thing. So that's always really good feedback for us. And the boards, it literally can take minutes to put a kind of board together. I think, we found that, we spend, because we create boards ourselves and we push them out through social media because that people seem to really love them. We've done what have we done recently that's been really popular? We've done like copper and rose gold kind of decor.
Yeah, blush pink armchairs.
Yeah, blush pink armchairs, all that kind of stuff that people, it just inspires people, and it's just a kind of it's a fun tool, but it's also just really good. It's almost like practical as well.
It is, yeah. And you can, for the user, you can also track prices, and then we haven't talked about this much, but we also have a comparison aspect to it as well.
Yes.
If you've ever seen that, there's when you go and look at a product, it might be available from a number of retailers, and so we kind of make sure that that's all available in one place.
I saw that because it came up with, I think, 3 places that one item was available from, and then the top one was on sale. So I was like, this is great. You can even see when things are in the sale.
Perfect.
So January sales, you jump on, look at your board and see what's been reduced. Also, you tally how much the whole board is. So if you're just putting a room together and not just putting loads of ideas down, then you can see that your room is going to cost £15,000 if you're into purple like me.
Exactly.
But speaking of social media, so you are on all the socials. So if anyone wants to find you, you're literally Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest. It's Furnishful, and because you've got such a great name, it's sort of very unique that actually you just have to put that in the search term and you pop up.
Yes. We will do. Absolutely made up word. We've decided that we've really made it. If we can get that in the dictionary,
I love it.
It's in the dictionary. We've made it.
Next year, right?
Exactly.
Work on it this year. It'll be there. Fantastic. So talking of, I was chatting to a friend yesterday who is an interior stylist, and because we have lots of strings to our bows, she does home staging for local estate agents. And I was thinking, after I spoke to her and then I was looking at the boards and things, I was thinking this is a really great tool for interior designers, but also, for stylists for shoots and things, but for interior designers and for people who are doing home staging. You could go and do a view of someone's house and say, right, what they need is a piece of art and a new rug and a throw, and you can put boards together for them, whether it's one board for all the things that they should buy or a board per room. But it's a really handy tool for things like that. I thought that was really clever, and you can just push it out and then say, right, well, you don't have to buy anything, but these are the things I would recommend. Because I think the reason interior magazines do so well is because people can't visualise things themselves.
So I think that's a really interesting idea. And I think again we had a conception when we started out, but we're really happy that people use it in kind of different ways that we might not have considered ourselves. And I think that's the other thing we'd say is that we're really happy to get feedback from people as well, because just finding out about what kind of functionality people might want to evolve it to suit their needs or what have you. We might not be able to do everything, but we're really interested in that kind of feedback.
It's good to know what other people have how they've experienced the site and how they use it, and if they wish there was something else, it's like you're open to suggestions.
Absolutely,
And if they want to get in touch with you, your email is info@furnishful.co.uk. That's right, and I will share that in the show notes for anyone who's driving right now. So in terms of Furnishful and stylists and writers, I kind of think it's a really good resource so in terms of Furnishful and interior stylists and writers, how I can kind of see how it works for us, but for you it's kind of like it would be really good for people to go online and create boards and share kind of ideas and things like that and use it in that way. Do you think that is how you kind of see it would be good for interior stylists and writers?
I think it's kind of as you experienced it, the fact that you can actually kind of put items together and you can play around with things as well, which is, I guess, what you kind of do in the real world as well. You can literally start with a collection of products and you can say, yay or nay, I like this or I don't like that, or I've kind of gone off that, or I found something better that would suit that more. I think it's like it can be a kind of a work in progress, if you like, and this idea that you might then be able to share that with other people, maybe privately as well.
And I think it's good that you've got kind of smaller people on as well as the bigger brands, because it's always nice to find new people. I mean, everyone knows the big high street stores, but it's really hard to find people who kind of get what we do and are putting out products in a way that we can feature them as well as, like, if you can feature them, we can feature them.
Right,
so
exactly.
That's always really good.
Yeah.
So what's next for Furnishful then? You're very new, really, and in terms of websites, you've just been going for just over a year. So
we're quite brand new, really.
I mean, we still really consider ourselves like a startup, and kind of, it's really exciting, and there's lots of kind of functionality that we want to build. So, do you want to talk about some of the cool things?
So you were telling me about all the brands and how you put products on. Because how many products do you think you've got on the site?
So at the moment we've got around 20,000 products from about 40 retailers, and it's a case of we look through every product that we're putting on the site, so it's kind of curated in a way, and there are lots of products to add in the future. We're going to add many more.
You were saying you have to go through the products one by one, so to have 20,000 on there, it's very commendable. I can imagine how long that takes, and to have to go through and you edit everything, don't you? You look at the products and see what you think will work. So it's a hell of a lot of work to do.
I mean, there's like there's a certain sort of automated process to it, but ultimately, kind of everything that goes on there.
We review the products. Is probably what I would say. We review each product, and that's why we've got 20,000 at the moment. But there are hundreds of thousands that we're going to add, and we're going to keep on adding. So it's just going to grow and grow the size of it.
And it's just the two of you running it at the moment, isn't it?
Right, it is just the two of us.
That's a full-time and a half job, isn't it?
It is, but it's fun. Like, genuinely, we really love it. And it's kind of really exciting. And the fact
you emailed me at 2 a.m. the other day. I know how hard you're working.
Well, I don't know if that's just because I get up later as well, to be fair.
All right, so you're off at lunchtime.
We kind of do it we do work a lot on this because we
don't consider it.
It doesn't feel like work.
It's true.
It sounds corny, but
no, I think a lot of people listening will completely get that. When you find the right job, it never feels like work.
Exactly. And it's very creative. That's the thing. It's like, I think running a business is very creative, but the actual industry itself is creative. So we've got, both those things together. So in terms of future sort of development, adding products is a really big thing for us. We want more merchants on board.
So if because there's lots of PRs that listen to the podcast, and if they were listening and thinking, oh, our brand would be perfect for Furnishful, should they just drop you a line? Is that the best way to get in touch?
Absolutely.
Drop you a line.
We're really keen to talk to brands. Obviously, at the moment, like I say, we work with those that've got affiliate schemes, but maybe that will change such that we can. I mean, a lot of brands seem to anyway. So that's not an issue.
The way things are going, isn't it?
I think so, because obviously that they want to get their products out in front of people, and we want to be able to build a good platform that enables them to do that and to discover. Other functionality that we're looking to do. We're really keen on kind of shop by style. Again, trying to make things easy for people, because like you're really big into industrial, aren't you? Is that right?
Me personally, yeah. Anything grungy and a little bit metal, a little bit broken.
Okay, so for us, it's kind of like, okay, well, how can we make that easier for you to find those items? And so, again, I'm using this word attribute again, but attributing items with that as that style, or again, like if it's Scandinavian or whatever it might be, that's something we're really keen on.
Or eventually, upcycled. I mean, there are going to be themes that are common in that we can add, wherever we can add value, make it easier for customer to kind of find what they're looking for and style their room and enjoy it and have an enjoyable experience on the site as well. That's basically future development.
This is the thing. Once you go in, you don't want to get out again. You're like, I'll just add that one more board. I'll just do 5 more minutes. Yeah, it's almost a game. I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm in interiors and it's just kind of fun putting rooms together. Yeah, no, it's really good fun. And actually, I really like looking at other people's rooms as well, and seeing what other people have put together, how people put colours together, and kind of adding gold in with the purple, or the kind of mustard and the grey was really big. And
you can really experiment.
You can experiment without having to buy it all. You just see how it works, and you can see it gives the boards give a real feel for a room, which I think is what people are looking for. If you are buying an interiors magazine because you aren't quite sure how to put something together, this kind of, it's like the mood board. The mood boards are called mood boards because they give you that, they evoke a feeling and how you will feel in a room, and it's so important to love your room. It's like when you choose painting, it's a long story, but basically when I painted my living room and it was the wrong grey, and I was like, I would walk in and I'd go, oh, and I literally said, I'm going to have to paint the whole room again, and I did, and now I walk in and I'm like, oh, I love this room. And it's the same with what you put in your room. You want to love it, so you can see that you're going to love a room because you can see what the board holds. It's exciting. Industrial shelving, it's the way forward. Well, thank you very much for coming by and putting up with my very noisy dog.
No, pleasure.
It's been really lovely to chat with you. So if anyone wants to jump online, it's furnishful.co.uk. I will obviously put all the details in the show notes where everyone can find you, and I'll put links through to all my fabulous boards. I defy anyone to do it in under 5 minutes. You'll be there an hour later. But thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emma.
Thanks for listening to the Inside Stylists podcast. You'll find all the links from today's episode, including my inspiration boards, in the show notes at insidestylist.com/furnishful. Until next time, bye for now. Now, where's that naughty dog?